I'm Kay Hooper. I'm the author and publisher of Sensory Tune-Ups, and I am presenting a few ideas from that book to you so that you might get a little more aware of how you actually use your eyes when you're performing. We have found out that the eyes are actually the most important tool for movement. They produce for us the kind of information that helps us decide how far we need to move, and often how fast we need to move, and how much space we have to move through, whether or not we can actually fit through a certain kind of space. And they do it by receiving images, by receiving light and having that light turned into recognizable images far back in the brain at the occipital lobe. Unfortunately, musicians will sometimes use their eyes like cartoon eyes. It might look like this. Kind of crazy, right? But a lot of us will actually do that, so that when we're sitting at the piano, we're attempting to do something like this with our eyes to see the music. While that might help Wile E. Coyote and those kinds of old cartoon folks to do whatever they need to do, not so helpful for us as musicians. And as a matter of fact, it can lead to the kinds of movements that will really disable us, either in terms of ability to move or ability to make music. Sometimes you will see musicians that look like this. In an effort to see what's going on in the music. It's a great idea for musicians to actually evaluate how they use their eyes and then to get the appropriate eyeglasses for the task. I've done that. So I'm going to play that little pattern again with the correct eyeglasses for playing the piano, and also with the understanding that light is going to bounce off the page, send those images to my brain where they're going to get turned into something that I recognize and understand, and that will help guide my movement. So I'm no longer cramped in an effort to see what's on the page. This is very, very simple exercise that you can do yourself. If you're a teacher, you can very easily do with your students, just to remind them that their eyes are receiving light, and also to remind them how important that reception is to the kinds of movement decisions that they're going to make. There are other exercises just as easy to apply in Sensory Tune-Ups, which you can find by going to www.allsensepress.com. Join me for the next short video on a few tips about listening.